I heard this quote through my videos that a champion does not distinguish between his work and his play. He always is involved in the indulgence of his better version. He lives life like an adventure, like every day is a miracle. The greatest joy of my life, my friends, is to have the freedom to drive my daughter to her work. I'm officially her driver. To go with my son wherever I want, whenever I want. To make the choices of relationships that I want to cultivate and keep. And to build businesses that help the masses. I never wanted any advantage over anyone in my life. All I want is a plain, fair playground for all. Where I was born, I was rejected. Now the question goes, can you turn failure and rejection into success? Should I give you a couple of examples of the past? Those of you who know and have had interactions with me, I have two passions. One is to dedicate my time, not to the job to pay my bills. You're never going to get rid of all of that. The system is rigged against you. But to obtain the freedom to spend with my family whenever I want it and to have the resources to do so. So I did fail. I failed for a long time. Then I found a system, I found a company that told me that here is a level playground. You can be anybody. So I got involved. That was 2005. And part-time, I started to make more money than my full-time job. Then I quit the job, and since then, I've been my own boss. Nobody's ever controlled my day. I get the pleasure to do what I want when I want, and that's the Canadian dream so far. It's not how many breaths you take, it's how many moments take your breath away. If I just shared with you this beautiful setting that I am in, if there was heaven, I believe it would be here. If there was any peace of mind, it would be found in nature. Nature has the answer to all of your problems. I was down at the studio, wanted to record something inside. Then I just got the inspiration to get outside because every one of us has 1,440 minutes every single day. And if you just dedicate 40 minutes, now this is the mindset of winners versus losers. And in the Bible, there are several places where it says, if you're lazy, you will remain poor. You disagree with me? Allow me to save you and send you all of the documentation. Now, maybe you don't know how. How do I find this gift that's in me that I am the best at? I'm a talent coach, so I know every single person watching this video has a gift, has a talent that nobody else has. You're unique. Your fingerprint, your thumb, your fingerprint is taken for a reason. They will identify your body. What about your mind? Is there a fingerprint on your mind that is stopping you from being who you want, do what you want, be your own boss, control your own destiny, make your own income, have unlimited potential, and scalable business systems? How do you create all of that from nothingness? You work on you. I heard the best quote of my life. So if you want to meet the love of your life, ladies and gentlemen, you just waiting for that lady or that gentleman to show up in your life, and you say, that's it, I'm looking for that rich guy. One of my old colleagues said, I'm looking for a rich Iranian man. Everybody's looking for that one rich guy or girl to save them, instead of working inwards, working on themselves, working on their skills, working on their talents. When you were born, God gave you talent. That's the thumbprint, the DNA that you brought from two sources, mom and dad, okay? And that makes you. That's why it's like this Y in English. Mom and dad, whatever they had happened to them over the last 5 to 7 generation is in you. Whatever happens to your mom's family, to your dad's family, you bring it, and that's what your personality is. You know, I heard one time someone said that you could be a student of style. You could communicate in a certain manner. That's your own style. You can adopt, you can learn from mentors, you can learn from teachers, you could go to schools, you could take the classes. You could go, and you should go. Because that's what I did. I'm not telling you I've got everything that I ever wanted and needed in my life, but I have a very clear pathway to the future. That's why when you drive, the windshield is big. You got to see the road ahead. I remember back in 1999 making the first presentation on GPS. You know what it stands for? Put it below if you know what GPS stands for. Yes, that's what you have on your phone, on your map. Anywhere you want to go, you got to put it in your phone or put it in your map, put it in your, Google map, whatever it is that you use for GPS. And then you hit go. And that's how you start your journey. Anywhere in your life. I came here to Canada back in 1993 with a dream and a knapsack. Nothing else. My goal was to be the Canadian adventurer, not to be the Kurdish guy in the corner of the Tim Hortons coffee shop or the Iranian guy behind the counter at the pizza store or the typical immigrant story that you see serving you, my ladies and gentlemen. No, I wanted to be served. But first, I had to serve. I had to serve others. I had to learn the value of service before I'm ever served, by providing it. There's nothing you who are watching from Toronto, from Canada, US, that you're going through that I haven't been through. There's nothing that you are doing that I haven't done. There's no opportunities that were going to take a look that I haven't taken a look. It's hard. You know why it's hard? Because it requires trust and the call of leadership, which comes from both of my ancestries, is a calling from within. You feel the vibration, the low vibration of the people in masses, and you want to raise that vibration to a level where they're empowered to control their own destinies, to go to work when they want, to schedule their time as they want, to do whenever they want, whatever they want, with whoever they want, and money should not be a problem. You ever study millionaires, how they become millionaires? You study people who you wish you had their car, their house, their children, their vacation, and their posters, and their nice, parties. Do you study those people? Well, my teacher said, you want to be rich, study rich people. The problem is, 95% of people have no time to study rich people, so they stay poor. And that's what I'm trying to bring to you. In 2 hours, On one weekend, on a Saturday, we have put together an incredible event. For those of you who are open-minded, what's an open mind? Well, it's like a parachute. You jump out the sky down here, better be open. How do you open your mind? You don't have any prejudices. You don't have any judgments against anyone or anything. Now, am I totally without any judgments? Well, I'm trying to be. I have seen the worst and the best, the good, bad, and the ugly. So I have a total great view of understanding of human and basic human needs. Most of us who suffer from from depression, anxiety, panic attacks. You know what those are? Those are signs that you're not thinking correctly. The rules and laws of accurate thinking are so simple and easy that I often wonder some of my greatest friends, closest guys are not taking time to learn these rules. In 90-day program, I can show it to you. It's time you started taking the advice that mentors put in front of you into action. No posters, no parties, no nothing that you ever put on social media is going to change your life besides you taking direct action to create some habits that you repeat on daily basis. I'm here to tell you the truth. Some of this generation that I see are such lazy arses that I have to address it in the Bible if you're a believer. If you're not, whatever you believe, just believe in yourself. In every religion that I've studied, and I've studied all of them, from Buddhism to Judaism to Christianity to Muslim Brotherhood, my ancestry requires me to take this message and bring it to the stage in Toronto, and it's a calling. I didn't ask for it. I'm busy with my business, putting food on the table like most people say, and then somebody calls me and says, listen, I love your communication skills. Can you please help me host this event? And I say, what's the event? And he says, the event has been performed in 85 different universities. He sent me some of the, certificates and recognition and links. Ladies and gentlemen, when I put on a link, please click. There's somebody waiting there for you that may give you the advice. It may not be me. You may have some prejudices. You may have some judgments. You may have some ideas of your own. But as a holy spiritual rascal that I am, I'm telling you, nobody's coming to save you. I have some bad news for you immigrants. You're going to be stuck in Canada paying mortgage for the rest of your life. I know some of you thought you had a really great start. You just got here and bought that house and now are stuck for 30 years. Some of you haven't been able to visit your parents for years because you can't leave, because when you leave, your income leaves with you. How about I and my team of 7 other founders, handpicked, show you a system where you can make money no matter where you go. So officially, you can become a holy rascal or whatever you call yourself. I just hate to work for other people. I like to work for myself. I like to be my own boss. I like to schedule my own meetings. I like to be it's not about I. What I went through, you've never been through. It takes some kahuna, nutcase, mindset to endure all the ridiculous comments when I started my Camel Care company, all of the insults that I had to go through until I educated a handful believers who tried my products, and now we're launching a global company with an idea that happened in a Eureka moment. What's a Eureka moment? You need education. You need education in communication. Those of you newcomers who want to improve your English communication skills, you must be on August 3rd at the Central Library. We have partnered up not only with the government of Canada, I don't know how else to tell you, but every ever network in the city, and we're duplicating it all across the world. There's a library in your city, and like me, you don't even have a membership. Did you know that there are great resources there? The answers to your health, the answer to your peace of mind in your relationships, the answer to your money problems is all written about. We are here to live in the best time in history. After 5,000 years of recorded research, many empires have come and gone under this blue sky. And all of that is within the power of your hand. If you just knew what I've organized for you. Friends, family, Kurds, Persians, Arabs, Turks, Mongols, Chinese, Indians, everybody's welcome, because my knowledge is a source in which, under the guidance of the Sheikh Abdul Qadir Gilany, there was Jews, there was Christians whom I have many friends of, and they all lived in peace and harmony. In my understanding of the religion of Islam, all humans are brothers. And let me enlighten you some more. There's much more, but I can't tell it in one video because you don't have the time. Some of you barely watched this video to the end, but if you're still here, I have a special offer for you. I have a basket that I'm going to present to the person who likes and shares this video and subscribes to our channel. If you're not subscribed, you'll get a free ticket. You get a $250 bundle of joy just for sharing a message that not government's taking on. They don't have the resources. They're too busy sending it to the war-making places. Entrepreneurs, those who have small businesses, they're too busy with 9 to 5. Again, even if you work for yourself, if you're a construction man, you got to be at the job to get paid. If you're a landscaper, you got to landscape to get paid. Oh, I have my own business. Such a incredibly misleading statement when people say that. It just makes my blood boil. What do? Well, I'm a handyman. I got my own pizza store. I have a restaurant. Well, let me introduce you to holy rascals, digital nomads, those of you who are enlightened. Allow me to end with an address to all of my friends in network marketing, because I've been in business over 3 decades, and I've met people through my career at Canadian Tire Corporation home office to FedEx ground, traveled all across the USA, giving speeches and checking hubs with FedEx University, and then getting into my own business as I started this video in 2005, starting part-time, making more money than my full-time income. Then I quit the job and went full-time, and I've never looked back. In 2013, I had a revelation, a Eureka moment, like I told you, and that Eureka moment led to creation of Camel Care Canada, with now global distribution that's reaching from Mongolia to Japan, Korea, China, India, and other places. Let me not forget Siberia, the other counterpart of Canada. Did you know that if you drilled a hole right here under my feet, it would go out there on the other side of the world, and it would come out in a place called Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, the coldest capital city in the world, and the source of the 2-hump Bactrian camel where our operation originates. I'm A. Gilany, host of Innocan International event in Toronto, and I'm inviting you and your team and your business associate, your family, all of my family is involved. You know how you secure your success? When your family gets involved in your legacy, that's when you secure your success. You know how you secure your success? When your team works harder than you. When the people around you push you more than you push yourself. That's how you secure your success in an environment like Canada. In the US, my great uncle, and I will end with this, watches some of my videos. Dr. Kamran Al-Gilany from US. He is the award-winning doctor in Dallas for best ER doctor during the pandemic, and also in Los Angeles, clinics in both places. And he said he was my dad's best friend. So they were very close until his last days. And he says, I see what you're doing. You're killing yourself in Canada. I've been coming to Canada and going for 30 years. If you were in USA, things would be much different. So I got my eyes on the USA. I look forward to seeing you at Innocan International event in Toronto. After that, all across GTA once a month for the next 12 months. And then we'll wrap it up, redoing it in a bigger scale, perhaps taking some global events and venues. Have a great day. I look forward to hearing your comments, your questions, your answers. Any questions you have on your mind as I repeat it, somebody else does too. They just don't want to ask it. They're just too scared to ask it. So don't be as scared or hesitant to ask questions. And all of your comments, all of your questions are read and answered in proper time. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful, miraculous day.